Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to
Now it's
today's episode.
live.
Now it's live. I figured it out. Welcome to the episode Titan Uncensored called. Go ahead, Billy. What is it called?
It's it's called You're in the Show. Everyone can see and hear you.
It's called All Gas, No Brakes.
Which break is it? Because Amanda confuses me.
So brakes, like BRAKE, like the brake on a car, not like the brake. Like I need a 5 minute break, ref. 5 minutes.
Yeah, I need a break.
I need
But
a
we ain't going
break.
to get no breaks because there is no breaks because 2023 is all gas, no breaks. And let me tell you something. The way things are going, we might have to disconnect the brakes because this bitch is going to go downhill 100,000 miles an hour. Let me tell you,
I mean, just look
boy.
at the background right now. We have Goddesses coming up. We have,
We do.
Free for All. We have Rise of the Titans. Intentions. Look at this. Look at this background right
Chosen,
now. And this is
chosen, next
chosen.
level.
Yep, you have it all. You have it all
Oh,
right here, right now.
and this is just a smidgen.
Yep.
This is a little bit. That's just for now.
Right.
Actually, we just put that up because we just giggling about it because this is kind of like this is kind of like this is like putting the nozzle in the gas tank
Right.
just before you pump all the gas in. That's what this is because guess me, the gas is gonna be flowing into the whip come after March.
Listen, the free for all, I've been having people ask me about it, and I'm just like, you know what? Sorry, PJ. Sorry, PJ. Make sure you email this or ask PJ or Johnny Moran. They'll have
I
no
saw
problems helping you out.
I saw the PJ Savage uncensored. I had to put the Titan email up, but that's all right. They did good. But let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a little bit of breaking news here for Titan Uncensored.
Okay, what's going on?
So to sweeten the deal for the free for all, right? Because what's in part of the free for all is the tryout. Um, PJ Savage, Johnny Moran, Riley Shepard will be chosen, will be choosing their roster. But see, everybody thinks it's just one show. April 15th, the debut Inception at the Bavelux. But I sweetened the deal. I sweetened the pot. There are 5 shows this year. 5. So opportunity it is. Integrity it is. So you could potentially be booked on 5 shows just off the tryout. And
Wait, hold on. I have to do my skit here. It's my turn. Ready?
do
$5.
it.
$5 for you to invest yourself into 5 shows. And I don't know, maybe win a champion one day, a champion belt one day.
Maybe,
Maybe, maybe you'll be the next PJ Savage. Who knows? I mean, no
maybe,
one could be PJ Savage, but you know what I mean. No one
maybe.
knows, and it's $5.
$5, and for 5 shows. And let me tell you, the way things are going, especially with Chosen. I mean, I'm looking at it very closely, and I think next year that 2025, 2025,
Whoa, whoa,
2024.
whoa! Slow it down.
Hey,
Pump the
listen,
brakes a
I'm
little
already
bit, will
starting
you?
to. I'm already
I
booking venues for
understand you're
25.
all gas, no brakes, but pump the brakes a little bit. 2024. Go ahead.
2024. That's when I put the balls to the wall, right? Um, 2024, potentially Chosen, just like Titan, every month. So we expect big things. Working on a lot of big things. Uh, the Titan team has been um, Billy Snow, uh, David Russell. What's up, buddy? The A lot of huge things for this year that we're working on. Um, the team is just psyched up. The team is confident. This is the best team that put together that Titan. The 3 years. I mean, we just a little bit of chemical here, a little bit of chemical here, a little bit of chemical here, like little scientists, and we got the right formula. And the people that are here, I mean, PJ talked to me a little earlier ago, and he says, "Man, it's just it's the right people, man. It's just the right people. This is going to be big this year." And I said, "You know what? You're right. You're right." I had to take a deep breath and say, we without the Titan Nation, right? Without the Titan Nation, without the Goddesses universe, and what's going to be coming up with those chosen warriors, right? Without and the Funhouse, the Funhouse is going to be running wild with Chain Reaction this year as well, and you know. You look at the car, you put the four tires on, man. It's nothing but rolling wheels, right? So we we're excited and we're confident, chest held high, head up, and we're super excited for the outcome of this.
Listen, Titan's been killing it recently, and I'm very proud of this Titan community. Very proud of this Titan community.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it, right? So let's go way back. We're gonna go back in the time capsule, time machine, with the drive-in show.
Yeah.
That was Enter Nettie, right? So you've been here that long. You're a piece of the pie over here of building this. I mean, and Mama, like fine wine, you're just getting better.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
it's I mean, we are just, like I said, all the elements, all the chemicals are there, and
Right.
and the formula we found it, and we are, you know,
I think it's crazy, like thinking about the old Ocean Gate show days, and I say this all the time to almost everybody. Just watching these guys from 2.5 years ago to now is just insane. They put in the work, they put in their hours, the training, the promos, the social media shares, the everything. They're putting in the work to make sure that not only they get noticed, but the brand gets noticed as well.
oh, absolutely. I mean, the Titans here. I mean, like I've always said, at least 80% of this company's been here day one, right? So
Right.
I mean, what I mean by day one is we only had the two shows before lockdown. And then, coming back from lockdown, which is drive-in, Ocean Gate. That's when, Rick was here, Moran was here, you were
Right.
here. And so, again, Gone's been at day one, Mac's been at day one, Savino, David Adams. So, and the list goes on, right? So, um, everybody had to help a hand in building this. But now, go back to that Ocean Gate days, right? And look at what we had to do in order
Mm-hmm.
for it for us to run, right? So the first one started out with everybody had to sit in their cars. It was a drive-in
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Charlie got innovative, right? Went out, bought
Yeah.
an FM transmitter, so the FM transmitter could play the commentary over their car radios.
Yep.
So as like a drive-in movie theater. So I mean, it was, you got to watch the wrestling, you got to hear the commentary. I mean, we just became innovative with it.
Right.
And then I think it was the following show, right? It was half cars, half bring your own
People.
chairs, and
Yep.
right. And then, but go back to the memories, the weather, how hot it was. Then
Oh
it
my
was
gosh. I
humid.
hope that I never have to do that again. That was the
Oh my
weather
God.
was horrible. Horrible. It was either way too freaking hot or way too freaking cold.
Remember we had to put the tarps out and put them over
Tarps
the
out
ring.
because the
So,
rain, so
well,
the
that
rings
no.
wouldn't get wet.
But what about when the sun was beating on the black canvas? So we had to put the tarps out
That's
so this
right.
way it wouldn't burn their skin.
Yeah.
Then, right, then we had the big tent for the couple of shows. We had the big tent we had to get.
Yep.
The rain, uh, the humidity. You slide off the ropes with the humidity.
Hey
And
Nettie, let's have an outdoor show at the end of October. It's not usually that cold out. We got the coldest day of the fucking year.
yeah, we did. We were freezing, freezing.
The coldest day of the friggin' year.
Which one was it? It was the Goddesses show. It was Lady Frost O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And Riley did the ice bucket over
Yep.
over her, and I think it was either September, October. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Are you mad? Like it's freezing."
Yeah. I
But it
remember
was
that.
epic. It was epic. A lot of cool things came from Ocean Gate, right? Holla Dead, Christina Marie steel cage match. You know,
Absolutely.
the brought in,
The,
Wreckable, Shea Edwards, the
the Rick
Division, Primal
Recon Blaze
Fear.
Haram steel match, right? Steel
That
cage
was
match. It was that was Jackson.
that was Jackson. That's
Yeah.
now that show was crazy because 2 days before that event, we got the phone call. We got to move the venue.
Yep.
And we did it. We did it. We moved the venue. We moved the show. So I mean, the bullets and from the guns that were getting shot at us at every different level, we have made it through. We have made it through as a team. And let me tell you, it's been a wild ride. I mean, you really sit back and you look, oh, it's 3 years, and you're like,
What
whoa,
the hell happened? Yeah.
you
How
know.
did we get here?
I was joking around. I mean, uh, in real life, right? I mean, I was joking around with Rick, and we were. And I was like, dude, you know what came across my memory, right? It was a screenshot. I sent it to him. Was the when we had made the who was the Titan graphic,
Mhm.
and you see Recon from then, and you see Recon from now. It's like what transformation, unbelievable! Like all of
It's
them,
like, who is
and,
this guy?
and Moran and Mac, and it's like wow, So it's like we've gone through so much, and then the anniversary show that just happened in
Hmm.
January was our 31st show.
Yep.
So we made it past our 31st, and I can't wait for the Titan 100. That I can't wait. I think that's got a couple of years, um, but I'm
He
counting.
says couple years, but obviously he hasn't looked at his own schedule, so it's fine.
I'm afraid.
He says, yeah, we'll reach 100 in a couple years. Obviously, he hasn't looked at his own schedule, so that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
All
saying.
right,
How
all
are your
right.
bookings looking, Billy?
My
Mine look
bookings.
great.
How's your calendar?
My calendar's great. Thanks for asking.
My calendar's
Um,
pretty busy.
like you're like, oh, don't forget this date. Don't forget this date. Don't forget this date. And I'm like, you need to stop because
No,
you need to pump those brakes a little bit because it's getting out of control.
I've actually got 4 more I have to add into the schedule. I got confirmation on one tonight, but I know the exact date for Monday. The other one is yes, I got 4 more. That I'm still
Let's just
four.
say Billy's giving his wrestlers a full-time job.
Hold on, my Steiner math is kicking in. 4, 5, ABC 12. Yeah. So I still got to add in 3, and I still have 4 more sitting, waiting on confirmations that people are just having meetings and everything else. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. All gas, no brakes, and I've been saying it. You got 4 brands on top. Actually, the 5th brand that will be coming out very soon. I mean, we have the 8 entities on the Titan Enterprise, and with the run of shows this year, and with the 5 brands, that it's just it's crushing. It's crushing. It's going to be busy. I mean, the sacrifice is immense, especially from you know myself, Charlie, Tony, and the wrestlers here, the team here, um, and it's all for one goal. And it's really only one goal: to entertain and please the Titan Nation, Goddesses Universe, Chosen Warriors, Funhouse, Laughies. I don't know what we call the Funhouse people, but for the fans, the Funhouse. But the coolest thing about Funhouse of Wrestling, their women's champion Amanda Amazonian is going to Tennessee with the Funhouse women's champion. We are so super proud. She's an evil lady, but we are super proud, and
She's all right.
we're going to expect to see big things from Amanda this year, and um, you know. I mean, we're super excited about February 25th, the relaunch of Goddesses of War,
Goddesses, yep.
D6365 Cup. I mean, Kevin is day,
I
night,
mean, just
day,
look at the
night, day,
poster.
night.
It explains
Oh, my
itself.
God. He's been working
It
day, night,
explains
day,
itself.
night. He's been an unstoppable machine. I've never been,
I think it's a good thing that
so
like me and
appreciative.
Kevin and yourself are all on night shift mode because I think that's when we get the most done is during the night.
If you looked at the pictures from last night on my Facebook, right, all the snow, I was in that You know,
Hmm.
I couldn't take pictures while I was in the blizzard part of it, but you see them in the roads, the snow covered. But Kevin stayed on the phone with me till 3 o'clock in the morning,
Right.
till I was on blacktop. He did the whole ride. Magic did it with me a couple nights ago. Magic was on the phone with me about 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So Kevin was on the phone with me till about a little after 3. Um, we're just talking in each other's ear and you know, just valuing the time, to talk and valuing the friendship you know, um, and just, smiling over um, the goddesses event. I mean, that he's really putting together, and it's just wild. I mean, the uh, the ideas that he has and the ideas that he went over with me, I'm just sitting there in awe. Like
Right.
I could never be that creative with women's wrestling. I just, as a, we thought the goddesses was great, especially with the Christina Marie and Holly did. Which, by the way, a little known fact is all three goddesses. If it wasn't for Kevin, there wouldn't have been those three goddesses. 99% of that he booked. Um, he was getting us the talent, so
Right.
he's had a helping hand since we opened, and it's an honor and a pleasure to have him, forefronting the women's brand here.
It's just so, like we were saying before about like the shows with COVID and everything like that. Like it's crazy to see how far, like yourself, the Titan brand, even a lot of the other brands that are out there as well, like how far people have come since COVID.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
as a first responder yourself, you know that during the COVID times it wasn't very easy.
No,
And
no.
running shows and doing things and pushing yourself, like it's not easy. And y'all made it. So pat on the back for you, that's for sure.
We did. I mean, we tried everything. Like we, I don't know if you remember if this was before you or what. We even put out a hype. We had an idea. We'll put the ring up. Like we were just, wanted to put out wrestling.
Mhm.
We'll put the ring up at Charlie's house. We'll put it on live on Facebook. We'll make a barbecue out of it. But people can sit in their cars if they want to, obviously, with sanitary, be safe.
Right.
And we'll call it for shits and giggles. You know, we figure we'll do
I
it.
love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
we were calling it for shits and giggles. I think Charlie still has the hype, but then we had the toilet paper craze, right? Everybody needed toilet paper, so we were doing toilet paper on a pole match just to give some type of comedy and something to watch. I
Right.
mean, and
Right.
let me tell you, when I put it in the roster room and I said, who's willing to do it? I mean, it was legitimately everybody. I could have put a whole 20 match
20
card
match
on that,
card in there, yeah.
and everybody wanted in on it, and it was just to be funny to add some comedy to it, but um for the people that have been with us and so many fans, right? So many Titan Nation people. I mean, the Everetts, we love them. George Brown and his family, um, Chucky Ireland's in it. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
The
Please don't
Everett's
feel
family,
offended, right?
absolutely.
Jay Money, his family. Um,
Wes
there's
and
so many
Kyle.
Yes, I think I mentioned them, and Federico, who comes to just about every single
Right.
show. Johnny Federico's good people's man. So for all these people that have been following us and been coming to our show, and we so appreciate it. And believe me when I tell you, I am working on something. Me and Steve talked yesterday. We are working on something for the Titan Nation. We are working on something that's going to really show the appreciation to the fans, and we're looking to put it together for June. And believe me, it's going to be cool as can be. Just for that, thank you to the fans, because without them, we wouldn't be here. You know,
Right.
we wouldn't, and we know that, and we value that, and they're the ones that keep us going. They're the ones that keep the fire under our tuchuses. They're the ones
Facts.
that you
Facts.
know their screams, their louds, their boos, their yays, their opinions, and that it's just what keeps us going. And we couldn't be more proud of the Titan Nation. That's you know that's we couldn't we just couldn't.
Right.
And I think Chosen is going to add a whole nother level of opportunity um, for wrestlers that are coming out of school that just nobody would wants to give an opportunity to. But hey, you know, you never know who's going to come in and who's going to wow people, and just like that, man,
Correct.
your independent wrestling career could change. And we're excited to see what PJ Savage and um, Johnny Moran, Riley Shepard put together. Um, all three are class acts. I'm proud of all three of them. They're going to bring this Chosen to
I mean,
heights
think
I can
about
only
it.
imagine.
Think about it. You have Riley, who is the old goddesses champion. She obviously got that far for a reason, right? Then you
Mm-hmm.
have Johnny Moran, who is your old heavyweight champion, right? So
Former,
you have
former
him.
heavyweight.
Obviously, there's something there, right? And then you have PJ Savage, who has just enough fire under his ass that he can just keep going for miles. That guy has the willpower. He's ready. He's ready to make a difference. We talked about it on our podcast, with me and him, he's ready and he's there and he's putting 150% in. He might hate you every day that ends in Y. However,
He does.
however, I wouldn't have, chosen a different person for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that when we talk about future, he is the future of uh of this business. I mean, the accolades he's already got, not just here but other places. I mean, good friend of mine, Frank
Right.
IWA. If you don't know about IWA, they run up in Nutley. Nutley,
Yes.
yeah. Um,
Anarchy rules February 18th.
yeah, let's give Frank a shout out, man. IWA got definitely a good product,
I'll be
man.
there so
All
everyone can,
day,
everyone come say hi to Nettie.
yeah, man. Frankie, baby, cartel, baby. I'm part of that cartel with you, but the they run a heck of a ideal, man. But he's heavyweight champion up there, right?
Right.
Alex with Invictus.
Yep.
Invictus runs a heck of a show up there, and you
They're
know,
running March 3rd. Don't quote me, but I did
I
share
believe
it. So
so.
if you need to know when
Yeah,
Invictus is running, look at my page. I've been sharing their stuff as well.
Alex runs a good show, man. Good peoples, and it's always been a pleasure just chatting with him when I can, and it's you got a good run of shows. I mean, quality wrestling out here, right at its finest.
Oh yeah.
For what it's worth, and it's quality shows are running. People trying to put the best product they possibly can. I mean, SWF's got some running to do, and they're doing their running. They got a show, I think, was popping up tomorrow night, right? Yeah, tomorrow night. So, I mean, he's got Chris Masters on his show,
Right.
right? So he's got a great card, and you know, we wish him well on his show tomorrow night up in it's Pompton. So, he's got a good roster, and but to an oversaturated area, and especially New Jersey, you try to put on the best product that you possibly can.
Right.
And we hitting the market hard. That's what we're doing. You know, my my right hand man, the conscience of this enterprise, the conscience of this company, the person who's ride or die with me, true blue man, Steve Mack. He's been incredible, and he's his ideas and what he's going to implement here. Because I'm going to start stepping away from the locker room and start moving myself out of that, just completely run the business.
Mm-hmm.
Steve would be the chief operating officer, just
Right.
of Titan, um, and the representation of Titan on all products. That's the number one guy. And well earned, and he's going to do super super things. Um, so it's just the formula's there. You know, it's just there. Karen and Magic with their ideas. I know Magic called me. I spoke to Magic today. They got some things in the works. They do. He's been keeping me updated, and I'm actually like, whoa, okay. I said, just let me know. I says, you guys got to hit me with your dates quick because I got to go on the calendar, right?
Yeah.
And he started laughing. And I said, yeah, no, I'm going to live in the truck. I'm going to live in the Titan Mobile office. But you know what? For the Titan Nation, for everybody that supports and shows us support, it's worth it.
Oh
And
yeah.
he, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm humble. I'm so grateful that the people that we have here. I mean, look at Charlie. I needed a break. Especially with the move down to North Carolina and some other things going on. But I needed a break.
Right.
This man don't got one. He hasn't had one. Charlie's been 3 years solid. Even when I needed a break, those shows still ran. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've said it many times. If it wasn't for Charlie, this would have been over.
Right.
So this was huge. AG Tony, Big T. Another one that's my left hand man, and he's the best friend to all of us. He helps out. He does his deal. He's in the background, but Tony's always watching. Sniper always snipes. But
he's like that guy that comes in once a year at the anniversary show that goes, "Hey guys, just in case you forgot, I'm still here." And then
yeah,
and then it's like, "All right, see you next year." But then you know that he's in part of all the meetings and everything like that, but he goes, "Hey, don't screw up cuz I'm still here, buddy. I'm still here."
so funny, right? I call him Sniper, but
You never know what he's going to
Sniper
show
goes
up.
sniping. Um, so it's so funny. We're at the anniversary show. Charlie's doing his thing in production. Tony's on the right hand side, and Charlie just hands Tony stuff. So Tony looks at me. He goes, "I'm just sitting here. I'm just Charlie's bitch." I lost it. Just lost it. Right.
That's
So
fantastic.
now Charlie's all like, so Kevin's in the ring. At that point, Kevin's in the ring. And
Right.
Charlie's talking to me, and Tony's trying to tell me something. Meanwhile, Kevin's like sitting there with the microphone, like, because the music's still going. So finally, Charlie acknowledges he got to shut the music off, and Kevin goes, "Oh, look at that, Charlie, thanks, Charlie." Right. So
Right.
it was so funny. And then so now I had to start being aggravating, right? So during intermission, I'm sitting there ringing the bell. He's getting all mad. Charlie's like, "Give me the goddamn bell. Get away from here." Oh, so funny. So funny.
But
So,
if you
I
can't
mean, it
have fun,
was,
then at what cost, you know? If you can't
oh,
have
man.
fun, what you're like, at what cost? Like, what, you know? I don't know.
Well, when you look at us, it's like Larry, Moe, and Curly. We always got to rib on each other on something, and but that's not just in wrestling. It's
In general, yeah.
in
I'm sorry. Have you
general.
met me?
Yeah, right, right. Oh my God,
I'm sorry. Let me remember. Have we
people
met
be
before?
embarrassed to our conversations, but yeah, I mean it's always a good time, and this locker room. I know I've heard you say it, and everybody says it, man.
I don't
Like a
care what
Titan locker
anybody
room.
says, dude. I don't care. We have the best locker room. I may want to
Yeah.
punch these guys sometimes,
Mhm.
trust and believe. I may just want to be like, listen, just because I don't wrestle doesn't mean I can't beat you up. You know what I mean? Sometimes I want to punch these guys, but I know 110% they have my back all the time. And
Oh
they've only
yeah,
ever proved it time and time and time and time again.
the greatest guys and ladies that
Like I told you. Like I told
in the
you.
locker room.
Me and I don't know, pick a wrestler, somebody, I don't know, Jerry, Jay Outcast, right? We're standing in the middle of the ring,
Who?
you know, Jerry's been nothing but squashed, yeah, right? Jay Outcast has been nothing but squashed, right? He's been killed by every opponent that he's had so far, thinking that me and him could be standing at the ring going back and forth at each other, and some guy comes in and is like, you know, who's taking the bullet, right? I step in front of Jerry, Jerry steps in front of me, and now me and Jerry are arguing because, you know,
Hmm.
because Mr. Tough Guy might have to actually do so. I don't know, whatever.
Oh, that's right, David. David Russell brings up a good point. Oh my God. Well, you're right on that. You are definitely right on that statement. You are 100%. Were you there the night we were in Jackson? It wasn't even night, but daytime. We're in
Probably.
Jackson. We're all in the ring, to say thank you and all that. And every time I would talk, the siren went off.
Yes, yes, I was there for that. Yes.
I went to talk siren. All right,
Yep.
let it go. Went to talk siren.
Siren.
Come
Yep.
on. Oh my God.
And I was like, "Welcome to Jackson, Billy." That's what you get for
I,
doing it at a firehouse. No, no offense
I
to
couldn't.
firefighters. Like, I appreciate you, but never mind. Just cancel me. Just cancel me at this point.
I couldn't get a word out for nothing. It was so funny. So every once in a while, if I go to make a speech, you'll hear Pat Savino go. I was like, "Shut up, Pat! Shut up, Pat!"
That sounds like Pat. That definitely sounds like Pat.
Oh yeah. So I don't get to live that one down. There's a couple of things I don't get to live
There's
down.
something that I actually didn't tell you about that I wanted to bring up today.
Oh,
And I wanted to
it wasn't me.
it definitely wasn't you this
It
time.
was Johnny.
Probably. But it wasn't Johnny this time either.
Probably.
Um Jay Akira called out Ben Castle on social media. What is that about?
Jay Akira wants to come back. Jay Akira, Jay Akira's original Titan. Jay Akira was at the very first debut show,
Yeah.
and life happens, and he had to move a little further than expected. However, Jay Akira, in his heart, he's a Titan, and he wants to stay a Titan. He wants to be back a Titan, so he's making it known that, hey, I'm gonna be back.
I thought that was
So
great. I was like, yo, no one ever calls out Ben Castle. And look at this guy. Good for him.
there's history there, and we're still trying to get to the bottom of it. There's a lot of history with these guys, and I'm a little disturbed about the whole Frankie Picard thing because I think I was lied to and worked into it. So I'm sure that things will be addressed with Frankie Picard. SP's been on it as well, so yeah.
Things
So
have
we went from
also
the
been
high to the low now.
some things have also been, addressed. There we are. Addressed with Ben Castle. Look at how idiotic he is still.
Ben Castle, lucky I don't wrestle. Ben Castle. Something wrong with that guy.
Listen, Jay Akira went against Jacko. I wonder who's next for him.
I have no idea, but you're gonna see big things from Jacko this year. I'll tell you that. I mean, he's been on he's on a spree, boy. Let me tell you, Jacko.
Listen,
Ooh, this little son, that's the light. Yeah, you're gonna see big things from Jacko. I'm telling you,
I will
that boy has
forever
been
say
some
this.
serious.
Forever say this. I am Team Jacko, 120%. I love everything. Team Jacko.
I
Team
agree
Jacko.
with you. You take him out of that element of being a tag team as a solo man. He's just been a machine.
Amazing.
Um,
Amazing.
yeah,
You can see his potential. You can see what he has.
yeah.
Like, I don't put over a lot of people. We all know that. I'm the one that'll be like, oh, you screwed up, bro. I'll be
Yeah.
the first person to tell you, but I am Team Jacko. I am Team Jacko.
Yeah, Jacko. Like I said, you're gonna see big things from him, and I think you're gonna see big things from a lot of people. But my eye is definitely on him. Uh, he's got one goal. He's actually said it to me, and he's got one goal. And the mutual respect between him and Seth after that, him and Jay Akira after that match,
Yep.
was unbelievable. But his goal is to become the lightweight champion here. And you know what? There's some guys I say, you got to earn it. You got to get there. And and some that when you say that, they actually say, "I'm going to," and they mean it. He's one of them.
Right.
So I think.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's
Yeah.
the greatest damn showman. Like, he shows you what wrestling is like. If that was one hell of a match between Jacko and Jay Akira for sure.
It was, right? So the match was incredible. They did, but again, the great building. I mean, brick was electric. I mean, legitimately electric. The fans were on fire. Kids that don't even normally scream at shows were screaming. The
I
people got
know.
migraines.
I know.
But it was so awesome, and the energy from that show was amazing, right? But I felt that Jacko and Jay Akira were a little restricted because of the height of the ceiling. Not that
Right.
there was anything wrong with it. It was more groundwork than it was airwork.
Right.
But if you notice, on April 29th for Next Level, well, actually, look on the 25th, right? March 25th for the Courage and Power Show.
Right.
Beverly MS High Roof.
Right.
The 29th, Manchester, the Little League, April 29th, High Roof.
Yep.
Highline Arena, May 20th for Rise of the Titans. Really high roof.
Right.
But so there's no restrictions. You know, you're gonna see the best of the best out of them. And let me tell you something, there's gonna be some fire, because you got high flyers like Rocket and Daniel Alexander, Jacko, Jay Akira,
Blocks.
Blocks. Yeah, Blocks an animal himself. It's my Toretto. Um,
And I don't even think animal's the word. He's hungry. He's
yeah,
hungry
man.
for any opponent that he
Yeah,
gets, dude. Like,
absolutely.
it's crazy. He's a
All right.
psycho.
He is, and you're gonna. I'm sure you're gonna see more of SP's Kid Flash Carter, right? Um,
Just kidding.
so you're gonna see a lot of different things and a lot of cool moments, and the creative and what's written and the creative and the twists and turns of everything that we've got written. Is the storylines, which is hard to do in independent wrestling. It really is. I respect the fact that a lot of the companies and I get it, man. It's rough to have that consistent storylines. Now there are a lot here that, I mean, I'm fortunate and blessed enough to be able to pull a year storyline out of this
Right.
at Titan because of the Titans that are here, and so many different cool elements, and that plays a factor. You can't. I mean, for the things that we got going on this year, man, there's going to be a lot of wow factors. A lot.
Well, that's why it's called All Gas No Brakes, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're talking 4 different brands. Well, the 5th one, right? So we all know, like we said, we're going to Carolina. We're going to North Carolina. Um, we got the venue, we got everything going. We're just trying to fit in because the 4 brands here in Jersey, we're just fitting in where we're going to be in North Carolina. I don't want to hurt anything up here by doing that. So, but either way, like I said, that will happen this year. There's no joke, and we're putting that together. I got a heck of a team to put that together as well. So we are coming down here. But you're talking about the 5, right? But more 4 in Jersey. You got Titan, you got Goddesses, you got Chosen, you got Funhouse, and so much written, so much content, so much action that you're going to see out of all 4 of those brands are just not stoppable, just unstoppable. And there's a lot of cool other things that are going to happen for our champions as well, and for the talent here, it's definitely you may or may not see the return of the steel cage. We haven't seen that in a long time, so you may see that this year. You may see a couple of other things this year, but best believe you're all going to see a lot.
All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes.
None.
Amanda, this is for you. Brakes like brake on a car, not brakes like you need a lunch break. I know
That's right.
I know what you do, and I know everything like that, but let me tell you. So I have Blocks down here. If you want to talk shit, now's the time to do it. He says, I call first dibs on a steel cage match. This is me telling you that you ain't shit. Also, that was number 1.
Stop.
Number two, Okay, love you to
He's La
death,
Familia. That's family. That's
love you,
Toretto.
love you to death, love him to death. One, you ain't shit. Two, you would die. You would die. You're little, you would die. I cannot have you dying on my watch. That's not going to happen. It's
He's a
not an
Titan.
option. He is a Titan, but I love you. I love you very, very much. You ain't shit. and he knows, and he knows that.
Ugh.
He knows that. If I see blocks and I don't tell him that he ain't shit, then he thinks that something's wrong with me.
That's all right until he slips out and gives you a drop kick outside the ring. We'll be all right.
It wouldn't be the first time. Do you not remember what happened at the anniversary show?
Yeah, I
Blocks, do
know.
you remember what happened at the anniversary show?
I know nothing. I know nothing. But
It's all fun and love and war, right? Isn't that the saying or
yeah,
something?
man. Let's touch a little bit on the Courage and Power show, right? So the Courage and Power show on March 25th, right there at Bayville EMS, is a cerebral palsy awareness event,
Yes.
showcasing
Becca Wiley.
my hero, Becca Wiley, right? So I'm still her number one fan. I've seen this girl come from, a fan to the point where, she's gonna be tossing people around in the ring, right? So
Facts.
training really hard, and you can see on her Facebook that she legitimately is putting the work in. I am like super proud of her. So she is showcased and spotlighted, and if you look up you grab the dictionary, you look up Courage and Power, and there's her picture sitting there, and um,
Facts.
it's
Facts.
it's so awesome that there's no quit.
Watching her
She
from when
doesn't.
she was a fan to when she first started training to watching her now, it's incredible. Incredible.
Unbelievable. I mean, she doesn't. There's no quit. She doesn't quit. She doesn't walk away. There's no crying. She doesn't claim victim. She doesn't. It's just, she just fights to go fight. And let me tell you, Amanda think that she got her down. She doesn't. So
Facts.
Amanda better watch. Amanda better watch because Becca is coming back, and it ain't gonna be pretty.
Before we're getting on the 45-minute mark, I just want to bring up one more thing. And I'm not really sure how to say this. So I'm going to try to do it as respectfully as possible. What the fuck are you thinking for 2023? With the utmost respect and utmost, knowledge and whatever, but like, what is going on in your brain right now? Like, why is it go all gas, no brakes? What is
I'll
your
talk
end goal in
facts.
this? What is your end goal in this? Like, obviously, you say it's for the fans and for our
Yes.
people and everything like that. But what, like, by the end of 2023, what is your end goal for this?
How are we
I
gonna
mean, it's
outdo
not
it with
really an end goal,
2024?
an end of the year goal. What is your end of the year goal?
How are we gonna outdo it in 2024?
What are you going to run every freaking weekend? Because right now, that's what it seems like anyway.
Could be. So before Mount Olympus, this past year, I was hit with a speed bump, and with a new venue in a new area, I brought Mount Olympus too, and it got um, got a little worrisome, and I you make the moves to make things happen, and which I did, and Mount Olympus was a success through and through. That Mount Olympus Rumble was just completely written so awesome, and the entire show was just incredible, um and it just fired me back up. I was so inspired. You and I had a conversation after Mount Olympus, and where my confidence level was low, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not ashamed to say it. My confidence level was low. Um, I was, scared at one point, and what was the future of Titan? What was the future for Titan? It was just a lot of elements, a lot of different emotions. And you yourself said, do everything you can, try everything you can, because the last thing you want to do is regret it
At
later.
the end. Yep.
Right. Even though the conversation at first really started out very heated between you and I, um, again, that open communication between you and I, just like I have with everybody else. But it makes me think, and it makes me think, and people like yourself, I may not see something that you guys do, right? So you might see something differently, and it makes me stop and think, and you know what, you're right. Do everything I possibly can and put it out there, and just go balls to the walls with it, and um, you know, Titans don't quit, and that's what it is. Titans just don't quit, and um, that's it. I mean, a couple of conversations, with Steve and Charlie and Tony and PJ and you know Anthony Gagone, right? So Johnny Moran, so many great people that were behind me. It was like, yo, stay focused, and I did, and um, creatively, we just started putting it together, right? I didn't make Aftermath, but I watched it, just on the Charlie called me through Facebook
Yep.
video, and I got to watch it and run the show. Steve ran the show, actually. Steve did. I was able to tell Charlie a couple things here or there, but um, it was an incredible show. Had me so fired up, and then putting together and writing the anniversary show with Steve, it was just magic. It really was. It was like we're gonna put out all the storylines and execute it and just make it perfect, and which it
Yep.
was. I mean, it really was. And um, that's it. So you know what? All gas, no brakes. And I was saying it. I was just kept saying it and saying it, saying it, saying it. All
Yep.
gas, no brakes. But then I was just telling myself that. But it turned into I'm telling everybody that, and everybody was like, "Well, hell yeah, well, let's do it. All gas, no brakes, baby." And it stuck, um, and I mean, yeah, I mean, the runner shows not even on the front. I believe right now we're on the calendar is what 18 events. I mean, I still
Yeah.
got more I got to put in. So I mean, we could potentially run 20 something this year. Uh,
By the end of the year, I want 50. 50th show by December.
well, good. I'll do 70. You write me a check. Budget's a budget. Ain't nothing cheap. Venues ain't cheap. Insurance ain't cheap, and
I know. I know.
everybody wants to hit me up for something. And it's like, well, when you could put asses in the seat, you let me know. But but it's cool, man. I said the people here is just it's unbelievable, and they keep me fired up. They really do. They keep me just I mean, if I could park the type mobile office and just do this every weekend, I would. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
unfortunately, I'd be living in a cardboard box and
Right.
I'd be playing with
Right.
wrestling figures. But
Right.
outside of that, you know. Um,
We have a
but
we have a
yeah,
good
man,
year
I
coming.
just
It's
we
only
do,
February. It's only
we do.
February.
And
February third.
to be honest with you, again, without the Titan Nation, the Goddess Universe, the future chosen warriors, oh shit, you know what? It should be chosen savages. That's what it should be.
It
But
should be chosen savages. That's good. That's good. I like that.
I
Chosen savages.
yeah, I think we're gonna change that to chosen savages. But the uh
The
the
chosen
fun
sea
house.
glass. Is that what we should call it?
I don't know.
The chosen
Fun
sea glass. Because
the fun house laughies. But we we have We have such great people around. I mean, it's gonna be all gas, no brakes,
Facts.
and that's it. Without the Titan Nation, without all these fans, man, we wouldn't be here. And this is what it's
Absolutely.
for, to entertain, family entertainment. You know, where family, they could bring their kids in. They're gonna have a good time. They come in. You know, Dennis from Wrestling Recovery. You know, he's
Right.
unbelievable. They come in with a smile. They leave with a smile. He says it's incredible. You know, Mofi TV, who we've been on their platform for 3 years.
Right.
Uh, we were super stoked when they were there at the anniversary show, and they got to feel
Present
the
the title.
electricity. Yeah,
Yep.
but they got to feel the electricity. They got to feel the vibe. You know what I'm saying? They walked out of there saying, "Man, this was special," and I mean, they really got to feel it. Hecht is another sponsor of ours. Hecht Trailers. They're keeping our equipment alive, and they're keeping our maintenance going, and so that trailer's all over the place, right? And
Right.
we got a lot of rentals this year, as far as the Titan rental. So we're blessed with that. Um, so man, so many cool things, man. Uh, the podcast has been helping out like crazy. We got to thank each and every one of them, and
Of
thank
course.
every one of our sponsors. We're out there looking for new sponsors. Um, we definitely do have a platform to give sponsors, you know, eyes and views and stuff like that. So we're going to be a little more vigilant when it comes to that. We got a formula for that too, where it's cost effective for everybody, and it's pretty cool.
We have a big year coming up, Titan Nation. I'm going to end this here. It's starting to get late. Billy probably has to, he's actually home now, so he gets to spend some time with his family.
Considering I've been up since 12 o'clock this morning, yeah. So,
See, there you go. Thank you for joining us. Just remember 2023 Titan Championship Wrestling, all gas, no brakes. We will be talking to Billy again soon, hopefully along with Kevin Nasta as well, to talk about Goddesses of War. We will announce that in the future. And thank you for joining us again tonight. Bye.
thank you, honey. Incredible job.
Thank you.